Welcome to the world of Duel Monsters.
Hey, what's up YouTube Metaverse? This is your boy Meta Bro Jake, and you already know I'm representing the Super Meta Bros. And today I got something special for my dudes out there watching this. This is gonna be the hero deck profile for the December 2021/January 2022 format, you guys. We are going into YCS Pasadena, so you already know your boy Meta Bro Jake had to bring some epic heat for you guys on the channel here today. And it gotta start with the heroes, because the heroes are the baddest OTK deck around right now. And let me show you guys, let me just get into the deck profile. Let me show you guys what I'm working with, man, because we just got two of the baddest hero reprints in Brothers of Legend. So now this deck's just insane, you guys. And it's actually a little bit more affordable. But let's go, baby. Let's get into this insane deck profile by yours truly, Meta Bro Jake. Woo! All right, my dude, so let's get this started. This insane hero deck profile. So starting things off, as always, you guys gotta go into the 2 Elemental Hero Stratos. Now this card's really good. I decided to go with 2 in this build because 3 is kind of a lot, but this card's definitely like your #1 searcher when you're going to search out a hero card. You know, this card has multiple effects, including search any hero monster or to blow up some back row. So either way you go in with Stratos, it's really good, man. But to be able to search any hero card from deck to hand is just amazing. And he's a win attribute, so you could always normal summon him, and if your opponent tries to hit him with the Imperm or hit him with the Veiler, you could tag out with Mass Change and go into one of your wind mass hero monsters. So 2 Stratos for this build is really good. Next up, I'm going with the 2 Elemental Hero Shadow Mist. This card's really good. When it hits the graveyard, you could add any hero card from deck to hand, just like Stratos. And then also a secondary effect is if you special summon from the graveyard or from anywhere, you could just add a Mass Change from deck to hand. So very, very good, you guys, either way. Shadow Mist, the only thing about him is he's not really a good normal summon unless you got a way to get rid of him into the graveyard. That's why I run him at 2. 3's kind of cloggy, but 2's actually a pretty good number for this card. So 2 Shadow Mist, and he's a dark to go into Dark Law, so really amazing. For the rest of the Elemental Hero monsters, I got 1 Liquid Soldier. Liquid Soldier's really good. Has 2 really good effects. First one being when he's normal summoned, you could special summon a level 4 lower hero monster from the graveyard, which is really good, and that's the best way to get the Shadow Mist to get the Mass Change. Also, if he's used as fusion material and he's in the graveyard or he's banished, you could draw 2 cards and discard 1, but you can only activate 1 of those effects once per turn. So, but Elemental Hero Liquid Soldier, him being a water and you being able to go into absolute 0 is just simply amazing. The next one I run is the 1 Elemental Hero Honest Neos at 1, because you know you got to get that 25 attack boost. It's just a quick way to go to OTK. Also run the last Elemental Hero I got is 1 Elemental Hero Solid Soldier. Now I play tested this deck a lot, you guys, and Solid Soldier was one that I was actually opting to take out at one point in time, but it is really a good card. It's an Earth. You know, you really don't have too many Earth targets in your extra deck. But when he's normal summon, you could special summon a hero monster from your hand to the field. So, you know, you could go into the Shadow Mist, you could go into the Stratos, which is really amazing. And also it has a secondary effect is if he's sent from the field to the graveyard as a result of a spell card, you could special summon 1 hero monster from the graveyard, you guys. So that's really good for Solid Soldier. Really good cards at 1. Okay, now we're going into the Vision Hero package of the deck. We're going with 3 Vision Hero Ferris. This is your combo starter of the deck, guys. So Ferris is definitely at 3. This card right here allows you to pitch 1 to special him from your hand. And then on summon, you could set a Vision Hero monster from deck into the spell trap zone, you guys, which goes into my next card, which is I run 2 Vision Hero Increase. This is the one that you're going to set from deck to the spell trap zone. Increase has the effect of once he's in the spell trap zone, you could tribute 1 hero monster on the field to special summon itself into the field. So Increase is really, really nice. And also his secondary effect is when he special summoned, you could special summon another Vision Hero monster from deck to the field. So easy combo right there. The one you're going to go into on the Increase summon is 3 Vision Hero Vion. Now, the reason I go with 3 in this deck because Vion is actually a really good normal summon as well. If he's normal or special summon, you could dump one hero monster from deck to graveyard, which is really good. And then his secondary effect is you could banish a hero monster from the graveyard to add one polymerization from deck to hand. So Vion is actually a really good normal summon like Stratos. I opted to go with 3 Vion rather than 3 Stratos. That's why I cut the Stratos to 2 and I increased this to 3 because he is a dark target as well. So if your opponent tries to hit him with Effect Veiler or Imperm again, you could just tag him out with Mass Change and go into the Dark Law. So Vion is really, really good. All right, you guys, now going into the Destiny Hero part of this deck. We got 2 Destiny Hero Mallies. Obviously, no explanation needed for that one. And then we're going into the 3rd Mally, which is the 1 Destiny Hero Denier. This card right here came out of Burst of Destiny. Very, very good card, you guys. Pretty much is the 3rd Mally because when Denier is normal or special summon, you could target 1 Destiny Hero monster in your deck, graveyard, or in the banish zone, and you could put it right back on top of your deck. So what you would do is you go into Mally, you banish the 1 to special the 2nd one from the deck. Then you could either special summon or normal summon the Denier to add that Mally, that banished Mally, back to the top of your deck. And then all you'd have to do is get rid of the Mally on the field and go ahead and use its effect again. Simple as that. Denier, really good card, you guys. Gotta run those. Also, for the last Destiny Heroes, I got the 1 Celestial, you know, to go with the Fusion Destiny package and to draw 2 if he's in there. He also has a really good effect if he declares battle. You could target 1 face-up spell card your opponent controls, destroy it, and if you do, inflict 500 damage to your opponent. So that's really good to out any field spells. It's not real good in Mystic Mind, but it could out any other field spell. And then for the last Destiny Hero card, the 1 Plasma. You guys gotta go with Plasma, man. This card was another card that I've been testing for so long, and I actually did take it out of my previous build, but Plasma is definitely needed in the meta now. This card right here is broken, you guys. If you summon him, it's gonna be hard for your opponent to play. So Plasma is definitely at 1. He absorbs a monster, and he negates all of your opponent's monsters' effects while they are on the field, so they can't even activate effects, you guys. So Plasma, definitely at 1. And for the last hero monster, he happens to be the evil hero monster. I got the 1 evil hero, a Dusted Gold. The secret version just came out in Brothers of Legend, you guys, and the ultra rare was sitting at around $200 at one time. Now, this card is very affordable at about 20 bucks. And this card right here, paired up with Malicious Bane, is just way too good not to play, you guys. You just send them from hand to graveyard, get the Dark Calling, and go into your Malicious Bane. So, gotta run them at 1. That's all my monsters, you guys. That's a total of 21 monsters. Let's go into the spells. All right, you guys, going into the spells now. We're gonna start it off with 3 emergency calls. Now, this card is really, really good, you guys. Especially like when you draw a mediocre hand, but you draw a couple of these. This card's not once per turn. And it lets you search any elemental hero monster from deck to hand. So you could go into your Stratos, you could go into your Shadow Mist. You know, if you open up with the Ferris, you go ahead, activate emergency call, get the Shadow Mist, and then you proceed to combo off from there. But I actually find myself citing out maybe 1 copy of this every so often because, I mean, it's good, but it's not critical to the combo. But, you know, I run 3 in the main because I want to make sure that I actually have the combo going first or going second in the first duel. So emergency call at 3. The next 3 of spell I got is the 3 Mass Change. You guys, Mass Change is just way too good. It's a quick play spell. Your opponent goes to try to hit you with a hand trap. You tag out with Mass Change, and then you still get your effect of your normal summon monster. So it's really, really good. And then Dark Law is a thing in this format, you guys. A lot of decks in the meta right now cannot get over Dark Law. It just hurts your opponent way too much to have their cards get sent to the banish zone instead of the graveyard. So Mass Change is definitely at 3. And it's semi-searchable in the deck. Also, another 3 of we're gonna run is the 3 Fusion Destiny. Now, this card was at 3 before Destroyer Phoenix came out, but Fusion Destiny is just really, really good nowadays. It lets you send the materials from deck to graveyard. This is a 1-card starter in this hero deck. You send the Malicious and you send the Denier to special out the Destroyer Phoenix, and then you just proceed with combo from there, you guys. The only thing is it locks you into dark hero monsters, but in this build, in this day and age, that's not really too much of a bad thing. Fusion Destiny though is just way too good, you guys. It's bait for Ash too. You know, if you go to activate this and your opponent ashes it, more than half, you know, more times than not, you're gonna have still full combo in your hand anyway. So Fusion Destiny is just way too good in this deck. You guys gotta run it at 3. I'd run it at 4 copies if I could. Okay, now for some power 1-ofs, these are all my power 1-ofs. You got a Hero Lives at 1. This card's way too good too, you guys. This is a 1-card combo. By paying half your life points, special summon a hero monster from a level 4 lower elemental hero monster from your deck. So you just special summon the Stratos and you go full combo from there. A couple other 1-ofs. I got the 1 Miracle Fusion for the Sunrise play. Got the 1 Polymerization for the Vion play. Got the 1 Dark Calling for the Dusty Gold play. That pretty much rounds out all my hero 1-ofs. Now going into another 1-of, the 1 Rhoda. You gotta search out a 1 level 4 or lower warrior monster. Most of the hero monsters are warriors, so not bad. I run the 2 Super Polys. Now I opted to run 2 in this deck rather than 3 because Super Poly is really good. The only thing is you gotta have that normal summon of an elemental hero monster in order to really make Super Poly live. So I cut it down to 2. I'm actually siding in the 3rd one. Super Poly is a really good card, but I found at 3 it is kind of bricky. So 2 is a very good number for this card too. When you see it and you clutch the game when you got Super Poly. So that's good at 2. Now some 3-ofs. Run the 3 Forbidden Droplet. You guys, this is the MVP of the deck right here. If you open up with this and your combo, you're pretty much going to win the game. Forbidden Droplet just negates effects. You know, most of the time you go to normal summon or you go to activate your E-Call, your opponent will try to drop an Ash or something with their board already established, because this deck is made to go second, so you're trying to break your opponent's board and then proceed with the OTK. Forbidden Droplet just makes everything a lot easier for you. It gets over those negates, it gets over the Dragoon, it gets over the Herald, it gets over all those negators, you guys. So Forbidden Droplet, I know the price on this is kind of high, but you have to run this in this build. You have to run Forbidden Droplet in every build right now, you guys, if you're playing competitive. So Forbidden Droplet, definitely at 3. It's a staple, if you ask me. I'm running the 2 Lightning Storms. Like I said, it's a going second deck, so you're trying to blow up the field and then proceed to OTK. And then instead of the 3rd Lightning Storm, I opted to go with the 1 Harpy's Feather Duster instead. Clear the back row. Sometimes the back row hurts a little bit more. But if you open up with 1 and 1, then you could use them both. That's why I go with the 1 Harpy's Duster. So, and then my last spell of the whole deck is Called by the Grave, you guys, because Called by the Grave's at 1. That's a really good card. Stops those hand traps and lets you proceed with your combo. So, Called by the Grave. That's the last of my spells. That's a total of 23 spells. My main deck's 44 cards. Super lit, you guys. Even though it's 44, I get a draw into my combo like 90% of the time, so it's not a bad deal at all. But here we go, you guys. Now let's get into the extra deck. Let me show you guys what I'm working with there. Starting things off, I run the 1 Elemental Hero Sunrise. Sunrise is very good. All you need is 2 hero monsters with different attributes and Poly to summon this guy. And then on summon, you could add the Miracle Fusion from deck to hand. He also boosts up all hero monsters on the field by 200 for each different attribute on the field. And also, when an attack is declared involving another hero monster, either on anybody's turn, your turn or your opponent's turn, you could target 1 card on the field and destroy it. So Sunrise definitely good at 1. I was almost thinking about upping them to 2, but the extra deck space is very tight in this deck. So 1 Sunrise actually does the job though, so this is really good. Some more elemental hero monsters. I run the 1 Absolute Zero. This card right here is the nuts. That's the combo most of the time going first, is you set up the Absolute Zero with a mass change set in the back row, getting ready to bomb your opponent's field, you guys. Absolute Zero is definitely needed at 1. I also run the one Elemental Hero Great Tornado. Just for the Stratos play, you guys, if you have to go in a Super Poly or something like that and you just have the Stratos, you could go in a Great Tornado. Very, very good card. It's just pretty much a body, but you just need him for the wind attribute. When he's summoned, you have the attack and defense of all face-up monsters your opponent controls, so it's just another way to OTK. I also got the one Elemental Hero, The Shining. This is your light Elemental Hero fusion monster. All you need is Elemental Hero and a light monster to go into him. And he's really good because when he's sent from the field to the graveyard, you could add up to 2 banished Elemental Hero monsters from the banish zone back to your hand. So when you go to summon him, most of the time you're going to be banishing like a Stratos or a Shadow Mist plus your Honest Neos. So you get both of those back to your hand once he leaves the field. So it's really, really good. And my last Elemental Hero fusion monster I got is the Escuridao. He's the dark Elemental Hero monster. It's just a super poly target as well. If you normal summon the Shadow Mist and then your opponent tries to do something going second, you could just super poly it away for the Escuridao. And then you go ahead and get the effect off of the Shadow Mist once it hits the graveyard. So really, really good card. Now the Destiny Hero fusion, I got the one Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer. This card's just broken, you guys. It's being used in a lot of different ways and different combos, but in the hero deck, it's just how you see it. You guys, you can pop something on the field, including itself too, and then it comes back during the standby phase. Really, really good. And I'm gonna show you guys another little combo in this combo section of this video where you could actually bring this card back. If your opponent banishes this or send it to the graveyard without using its effects, you could bring it back, you guys. Straight wild. Going into my Mass Hero cards, I got of course, the 2 Mass Hero Dark Law. Dark Law is way too strong in this format now. Going forward into 2022, you guys, Dark Law is just bananas. When you're going up against PK, when you're going up against Sword Soul, it forces them to do stuff that they normally wouldn't do because they're going to be banishing cards in the process. And, you know, if they don't want to banish their prize cards, they're just going to set, pass, or they're going to make a mediocre board and pass. So Dark Law is really, really good. It sends all your opponent's cards from graveyard to the banish zone. So really, really nice. And it also has a secondary effect that a lot of people forget, is when your opponent adds a card from deck to hand, you could actually activate this effect and you could shuffle 1 random card from your opponent's hand back into the deck. Or yeah, you banish it from the hand. So that's actually pretty crazy, you guys. That's pretty nuts. 2 Dark Law, mandatory. More Mass Hero cards. I got the 1 Acid for the Absolute Zero play. I got the 1 Hero Blast for the Stratos play. When you're trying to tag out Stratos, Blast is actually really good though too. You pay 500 life points and it's a quick effect. You could send 1 spell or trap your opponent controls back to their hand. So if they try to activate that field spell, you just bounce it right back to the hand and there it goes. That's it for the Mass Hero cards. Now I got the 1 Evil Hero Malicious Bane. This card's really, really good. It cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. And also on your main phase, you could send all cards your opponent controls to the graveyard, and if you do, it gains 200 attack for every monster sent this way. Really, really good. Malicious Bane. He's a 3K beater that gets more attack if he sends monsters to the grave. So really, really good. On his effect, that is. And then this is for the super poly target. I run the 1 Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. Gotta run this card. 2 darks. Most of the time, you know, a Dragoon or a Phoenix Enforcer, and then you have a dark hero monster, you could just go into it. Or most of the time your opponent will have 2 dark monsters on their side of the field. So Starving Venom's really, really good. And now for my links, I'm running the 2 Extra Hero Cross Crusader. This card right here is really the MVP of the extra deck, you guys. This card could special summon a Destiny Hero monster back from the graveyard. And then before it goes into a secondary effect, which is really, really good, this could actually bring back your Dark Phoenix Enforcer if it's sent to the graveyard without it using its effect. Some way your opponent negates the effect, you could actually special summon it back with Cross Crusader, you guys. But otherwise, he has a secondary effect where you could tribute a Destiny hero monster on the field to add any hero card from deck to hand. So just another searcher, man. Cross Crusader, definitely need him at 2 though. And then last but not least, the last link card I have is Extra Hero Wonder Driver. Now this card is very, very, very good. It lets you get back the mass change. If you use mass change during your combo, you could go into Extra Hero Wonder Driver. And then if you special summon a hero monster to the link arrow that it's pointed to, you could add one of those fusion, quick play, or polymerization. You could set it directly from graveyard to the field. So most of the time you're gonna set that mass change directly back, and then you're gonna have some interruption play on your opponent's turn. So Wonder Driver is really good, and it's also a light, just in case you had to go into the Shining or you have to go into Sunrise or something like that. This card's really good. And then also, if it's destroyed by battle or card effect and sent to the graveyard, you could special summon a hero monster from your hand. So it's just another way, if you have Shadow Mist in your hand, this gets destroyed, you could special summon the Shadow Mist and get the mass change that way too. So really, really good. That's it for the extra deck, you guys. Now let's go into the side. First off, I'm gonna start with the third Super Poly. You need that third Super Poly just in case you're playing against a deck that you could hit with attributes and stuff like that. Super Poly is definitely really, really good at 3. I just happen to side this third copy. Like I said before, 3's kind of cloggy in the main deck, but the third one available is really, really nice. So Super Poly. Going first, you guys. Now, like I said, this deck's built on going second. Try to OTK your opponent. But if you win game 1 and you know you're gonna be going first, I side in the 3 cross out designator. This card is very, very good in this deck. Any hand trap your opponent might try to throw at you, you could just cross it out. But I got a list of targets, you guys, that I run in the side, from the way I play, my play style, and then also the people that I play at my locals around here. Cross out designator at 3 is really, really good. And especially in the mirror match, you guys, if you guys go up against another hero player and you're running cross out in your side, you definitely throw those cross outs in your main deck, and you could cross out almost anything your opponent has. So I don't know what, this card has tanked ever since its release. It's down to like 30, 35 bucks, man. But cross out designator, I could see this card easily going back up to $100 with, if we see a winner out of YCS running this in the deck, or this card is just really, really good though. There's no doubt about that. Cross out designators at 3. And then these are all the targets for cross out. I run the 1 Dark Ruler No More. I run the 1 Nibiru. I run the 1 Ash Blossom, the 1 Droll, and the 1 Imperm. These are all my cross out targets, you guys. Effect Veiler ain't in here because the side deck space is kind of tight. But Effect Veiler, it's like Imperm. But the thing is with Imperm and Effect Veiler is there's a timing window. They have to actually target a card on the field, and that lets you respond. So Mass Change is actually the better route as far as trying to counter those. Imperm, the only reason I put it in here is because this actually can negate one of your spell and trap zones, and that I don't like. So that's why I run the Imperm at 1. But all the rest of them, these 3 are the ones that will hurt you the most. If they Droll you, if they Ash you, or they Nibiru you, that will really hurt the deck. So those are why I run those 3. And then Dark Ruler No More, obviously, if I'm going first, most of the time your opponent, if a lot of players, I wouldn't say are budget players, but they just don't have the money to afford the Forbidden Droplets. So they'll be running Dark Ruler No More instead. When I'm going first, I have cross out. I could cross out the Dark Ruler No More, and bam, my board's still set up, you guys, so I'm gonna win on the next turn. So that's all my targets for cross out. And then I run the 2 Artifact Lancia. This card, man, I was opting to go for 3, but the extra decks or the side deck space is just a little too tight. So I went with 2 Lancias. Lancia's really, really good against Invoked and PK, anything that banishes. So you drop this with your already established hero board, and most of the time it's just scoop phase. So Lancia is very, very good. This also does really good against Flunderees too. Very, very good card. And then I run, this is a little spice in the deck for the side. I run 3 Anti-Spell Fragrance. Now, My reasoning for running this card at 3 in the side is because if I'm going first and I could set up a combo, I could set up a decent hero board, and I have this card, I could set it, then I could flip this card on standby, and then I could still use the mass chains that I had set on the previous turn to break your board from absolute 0 to acid, and then your opponent will not be able to activate spells in one turn. So on the next turn, guess what? Heroes are gonna just OTK them. So anti-spell fragrance. I was trying this out. I actually did fairly decent at a local with it in my side deck, so I'm keeping it there. 3 anti-spell fragrance, you guys, for this build. And then for the last card in my side, I won the one Dread Decimator. Now the reason I run this in the side and not in my main is because I made room for the Starving Venom. But Dread Decimator is a really good card if you're pushing for OTK, because this card right here, it does piercing battle damage when it attacks a defense monster, and it gains 100 attack for every hero monster that you have in your grave. So going late game, you know, you go into the Dread Decimator, you already have a graveyard full of hero cards. This card is just boosted up to the max, and then you just go ahead and attack, you guys. And it happens to be a dark monster, so just in case if you're locked out of, you know, using Fusion Destiny and you're locked into only dark hero monsters, you could actually go into the Dread Decimator, and he's a high attack beater, so that's why I run him at 1. And there you have it, you guys. All right, you guys, now here we are with the combo section of this video. I wanted to show you guys a quick little combo. Well, maybe not too quick, but a little basic combo with this deck. If you're going second and you're ready to push for OTK, if your opponent has nothing to do to stop it, check it out, you guys. So we just drew E-Call for the 6th card. Let's draw for turn. So I'm gonna go ahead and activate a Hero Lives. I'm gonna pay half my life points to special summon. I'm gonna go ahead and special summon Stratos. Activate Stratos' effect to search. I'm gonna go ahead and get the Ferris. I'm gonna activate Ferris's effect to send the Denier. Special summon the Ferris. Ferris's effect is gonna let me add a Vision Hero monster from deck to the spell trap zone. So I'm gonna set the increase. I'm gonna go ahead and activate Increase's effect to tribute the Ferris. Special summon Increase. Increase's effect, special summon a Vision Hero from the deck. So I'm gonna special the Vion. Vion's effect's gonna let me dump one from deck to grave. So I'm gonna go ahead and go I'm gonna dump the Mally. And then I'm gonna activate Vion's secondary effect. I'm gonna banish the Ferris to add the Poly from deck to hand. Okay, then I'm gonna link these off. Go into the Cross Crusader. Cross Crusader's effect's gonna let me special summon the Mally from the grave. Activate Crusader's effect, tribute the Mally to add. I'm gonna go ahead and add the Liquid Soldier. I'm gonna go ahead and banish Mally, special summon the second copy from the deck. I'm gonna go ahead and activate Poly. I'm gonna target the Sunrise. So I'm gonna pitch the Liquid Soldier and I'm gonna pitch the Stratos. For Sunrise, and then I'm gonna go chain link one on the Liquid Soldier, chain link 2 on the Sunrise. So Sunrise effect. Then let me add the Miracle Fusion. And then I'm gonna be able to draw 2, discard 1 from the deck. So draw 2, discard 1. So it gives me 1 extra card. Okay. Then I'm gonna go ahead and activate Miracle Fusion. I'm gonna target the absolute zero. So I'm gonna banish the Liquid Soldier and the Stratos. Special summon absolute zero. This is my hand here. Okay. Then I'm gonna go ahead and activate Denier effect. Special summon from the grave. Activate his effect. It's gonna set the Mali back to the top of the deck. The banished Mali. And then I'm gonna go ahead and link these off. For the Wonder Driver. Then I'm gonna proceed to banish the Mali again to special summon the Mali. Over here. I'm gonna activate Mass Change on the Mali to go into the Dark Law. I'm gonna special the Dark Law right here into the Wonder Driver, and that's gonna let me set the Mass Change from the graveyard back to the field. And then I'm just gonna activate a Dusted Gold effect to get the Dark Calling. Then I'm gonna go ahead and activate Dark Calling by banishing the Dusted Gold and the Mali. To bring out Malicious Bane. And there you go, guys. So you have the Mass Change set. You got a full board ready to break your opponent's board. You can activate Malicious Bane's effect, blow up the field. Your opponent will be banishing stuff, or you could go Sunrise. You know, declare an attack with one of these, Sunrise, or you could even go to Mass Change, target the on the Destroyer Phoenix a little bit. So the Destroyer Phoenix is obviously such a good card in the format right now. And a lot of people are going to be targeting this with things such as DD Crow or just trying to banish him from off the field. So this is one way in the hero deck that you could actually get him back from the banish zone. So if he gets banished, and let's just say you sent these two for cost, you activated your Fusion Destiny, you send those two, you specialed him. You go to activate his effect on your opponent's turn, he gets sent to the grave, your opponent chains DD Crow, banishes him. So he's gone. If your opponent can't beat you and can't finish you when you go to draw your next card, you could actually recycle this card back. So what you would do is, instead of going into the Mali play, you could activate Denier's effect, special summon the Denier. Denier lets you add a Destiny hero back to the top of your deck that's banished, but since you could target the, since obviously he's not a regular monster, you could actually target the Phoenix Enforcer, send him back into the extra deck, you guys, so he'll be ready for there. If you go to hard draw another Fusion Destiny, you could be able to use the second one to bring him back again to the board. So it's actually a really cool, neat combo. Denier is definitely an MVP of this, and I'm glad they made this card. Definitely super meta in my book. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it for the deck profile. Hope you guys enjoyed it. You guys got anything to let me know, any more insight or any of your suggestions, please feel free to comment down in the comment section down below. Let your boy know, man. If you guys got any insight, you guys want to know any more questions about the deck, please, you guys, I would love to answer your guys' questions, and I definitely want to know your guys' insight. But before I leave, I definitely got to make a few shout outs. Shout outs to the Super Meta Bros, my whole squad, my dude Max, my dude Nick, my dude Bilbo, my dude Garrett, my dude Rudy, my dude Mark, my dude Yugi Dabs, my dude Renee, and my dude Brian, man. All the Super Meta Bro squad, you guys, I got nothing but love for you guys. Also want to shout out all of you guys, the subscribers, the fans of the Super Meta Bros, because without you guys, we wouldn't be living our dream, man. This is our dream to do this for all of you. And man, it's been such a blessed ride so far. We're going into 2022, you guys. Hard and heavy, and you already know the Meta Bros represent the whole SoCal community and the whole Yu-Gi-Oh community, you guys. This is what we do, man. We love it, and thank you guys for joining us on this epic adventure. Also wanted to shout out my dudes over at Pal Manga Mats for blessing us with these awesome custom Super Meta Bro playmats. We got these last year for Christmas, you guys, but they are definitely holding up, man. They're still awesome. And we always all rock our Pal Manga mats anytime we go play in the competitive scene, you guys. So definitely wanted to shout them out. Also want to shout out all my boys over at Frank and Son Collectible Show, because you already know that's our home away from home. We love to be there at Frank's and we love to show our support. So shout out to everybody over there. And I think that's about it for today, you guys. If you guys like what you've seen here today, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, get the Meta Bros on your screen. Let's all break through that algorithm together. And if you ain't subscribed to the channel already, please consider doing so, you guys, because we are on the road to 1K subscribers and the great beyond, you guys. We promise some real, intense, fresh YGO content for you in 2022. And you already know it all starts right here, you guys, on the channel. And if you are subscribed to the channel already, be sure to beat down that notification bell like there's no tomorrow to stay up to date with super meta times, you guys, because winter is here and the Meta Bros are here to bring you that epic YGO heat just for you and your screen. All right, you guys, and that's it, man. I just wanted to say thank you guys again for all your continued support, man. It means a lot to me. Thank you guys very much, but I have to peace you guys out, man. So peace out, my dudes. Woo! See you on the next one, baby.